Nick Nananui and Paddy Ryder, two magnificent athletic ruckmen up against each other in the middle. And it's Heppel that sends the Bombers forward. And it's well trapped too by Melksham. Jobe's back. Jobe Watson is back.
Watson again over the top, gets the handball going. Meyer around the body. Out in front of Hearn, who's been a great player for the Eagles. They want to get him back as far as they can, the Bombers. Hocking gets it out. Meyer with a left foot snap, bending it back. They've had two in 2 minutes, if you don't mind. Tries to run through the lines. He does. Gets the 1-2 going in, and the kick to the centre is an absolute ripper, except it was dropped by Melksham, who had to sit right in the centre of the ground, and now the turnover is complete as Maston kicks forward up towards full forward. Good kick.
They haven't actually had a systematic goal that you set up that forward zone and say, this is how we're going to kick the winning score.
And Cripps goes back and puts it through for the Eagles first, and we've got a 4-point ball game.
And now Hibbert got himself into trouble and rushed.
Yes.
Now Marston the opportunity. Can he hit up the hard lead? He can. It's Darling. This time they can't stop him. So Darling from outside 50. Looks like a good strike. Only a matter of distance. It's there.
Great kick.
And the Eagles are in front.
Bomber might be thinking, I might be able to outrun them as the game progresses on into the deep stage.
Another turnover.
Oh, yeah, sorry, and another turnover. So Josh Kennedy just one behind so far. He's kicked 46 goals for the season. Goes back and delivers a mighty blow. And the Eagles first of the second. Nananui's lurking deep. He could just set it up for him.
It's a beautiful kick of the footy, this man.
And there was no margin for error there.
I was watching, Goddard took the steam right out of him.
Josh Kennedy for number 2. It's leftish, but it's working its way back. And he's clapping it home for another. And he worked his way into the team. He's not only kicked goals, but he's been redeployed into defence since Darren Glass has retired and done a stellar job back there.
We've seen a few get a reprieve for being a little porky. Stewie 2 comes to mind, Jason.
Schofield. Here he is again, Kennedy. Well, Buddy kicked 9 in Sydney. Kennedy is threatening to tear this one apart.
You get a man down.
Kennedy for his third.
Hang on.
Touch and go, but that'll do as well.
And he's having a night out, is Mitch Brown. Until that moment.
Yes, he's given it away.
Well, a dream night became a nightmare in the space of one kick, and suddenly Stanton kicks the goal and the Bombers are back in it.
Chips it high, Kennedy, and from the other side, good pressure from Hurley. Sheed through to Kennedy, looking for another, or a pass off. Dean Cox strolls in, probably made it a bit harder than it needed to be, but it's a goal nonetheless.
Then Ryder, who was starting to run to the goal square and realised he would have to get a kick that would go 90 metres. Yep. So Hearn turned it over beautifully. He's got it going down. Shuey can stroll in and kick another one for the Eagles, and does. Great play, West Coast Eagles. Shannon Hearn is having a ripper of a night.
You can see he always fashions like he wants the corridor, and he's almost tempted.
Here's Sheed. Ironic for Bomber fans if someone called Sheed is doing damage against them, against the West Coast Eagles. And that's a nice kick for Darling. 56% by foot, the Bombers in this quarter, compared to 74%. And on the scoreboard, the damage is getting greater and greater by the second. It's now out to 29 as Darling joins in. Ryder over to Watson, his 10th disposal of the term for Myers, and that's some system at last. A lead up forward takes it on the chest, and it's Joe Danaher. 4 disposals so far, hasn't hit the board as yet. This kick from just inside the 50, as you see, looks clean off the boot. There's some life there yet for the Bombers. Now Hearn's got it. Danger everywhere. He charges forward. Kicks for Darling. They're streaming back towards goal. Wasn't the best of kicks. It gave a bit of a chance, but Cripps was able to shut out Steinberg, and he'll line them up. Kicked a goal last week. Couple the week before. 22 goals, 14 this year. Puts that one through, and that'll stop the Bombers' run for the moment.
Over the top of a dead Darling. Flicks it out. Good play. Here's the dangerous Hearn again. Look at the kick. Just in front of Kennedy. Didn't quite get there on that occasion, but it spills out. Here's another goal coming up for Cripps. 2 in a couple of minutes, and the Eagles have blown this game wide open.
Taken by Hocking, lets the traffic pass. That'll open things up. Danaher arrives in a flash. McKenzie off hands. This time Windley. Has he been involved in a goal? Goddard. Gee, they're doing it hard. Ambrose kicks it through at last. And they're still in it.
Fall of the ball. Zaharakis and Hearn stood off each other and just waited. Collier flicks it over the top. Going through hard was McKenzie, stuck his head, then Collier got it out, was tripped, I think.
Play on, there's no stop on play.
Open goal, Chapman, Bombers get it back. They're back within 22 points. So Bagley gets it out to Howlett. The end of the centre corridor they go. Hooker. Handball's off to Myers. Myers going to go long and strong to the goal square he goes. Here's the setup. Winderlick at the back. Can he get a lead on it? He does! Winderlick gets the goal!
They've found voice, that's for sure. The Essendon fans, they can sense something. It's building all the time. Zaharakis looks up. There's movement at the station. Up forward. Goddard going one way. Here comes Danaher. Joe, can he mark it? He's got a free.
Now the pressure turns and it's coming onto West Coast.
Scolded by the coach during the week. Comes out, stands tall and kicks the goal. That's his second, and they're within 10.
So Joe Danaher gets a shove in the back and kicks a goal, his second, and Etihad Stadium has come alive. The Bombers have kicked the last 4 in 10 minutes of football. Danaher in the ruck. It's kicked out of the centre there by Howlett. Out they come again. The handball comes back. Stanton kicks inside. Winderlick out on the lead, takes the mark.
He's always been a very capable small forward. He's a goal square small forward.
For 5 goals in 11 minutes to get themselves back into the 8. Winderlick comes in and delivers. Bombers within 4 points.
Steinberg kicks it. Oh, McGinnity did it the hard way. Got it to Cripps. Tries to dab it in. Over Darling's head. Oh, the chaos and madness. Lysette kicks the goal. The Eagles steady. Back to the wing again. Indiscriminate kick. Schofield just waited till he was in the right way, but it doesn't turn out the way he planned. Dempsey, here's Winderlick again. Great late close from McKenzie under all sorts of pressure. Dempsey charging through. Get out the scars, Bomber fans. You're still coming. Winderlick's kicked his third. Mitch Brown well placed, but Ambrose drifted back. Here's Brown with Hearn and Chapman, the last man standing. Myers, they're getting closer. They're getting closer. Zaharakis, they've got there. They're in front. Mayhem at Etihad. Well, there's 24 seconds. We know that is long enough to take it from one end of the ground to the other. Etihad Stadium. Twilight football. The Bombers inside their 50. 20 seconds away from glory. Now 18. Chapman done it before for the Bombers and the Cats. Knows all about these moments. It's over the line. We're down to 11 seconds now. 11 seconds away from the final siren.
It is not safe yet.
They've got to get their forwards up to this and just choke the contest here. They've got to come up the Bombers. See them coming up from screen. Got to choke down this clearance.
35,905 Essendon fans mainly are counting down the clock. 2, 1. They're in the 8.
What an extraordinary win.
Dermot Brereton called for the scarves and the jackets to go. Derm, there they are.
They're up and about. Oh, what an extraordinary win.